My best wrist stretches for 50 and over.
In the morning, you can do this right
Yeah.
away. Yeah, you want to shake a little bit, you
Yeah.
can shake. But first, just up and down. So flexion and extension, we call that in the therapy world, just to get some joints moving, get that synovial fluid, that lubrication in our
Yeah,
inner
because if
joints.
you've been lying still all night long,
Yeah,
the joints don't like that. The
yeah,
joints like
yeah.
movements.
Do about 10 of them and then do circles. Now, just start out with small ones if your wrists are sore or tight, and they'll loosen up after about 5 or 10 reps. And then make sure you go opposite direction. 10 repetitions or so both ways. Now, this next one you got to be careful with. We want to put the joints and the wrist into what we call end range, but not too aggressively. So we're going to start with flexion, palm going down. The other hand is going to apply the stretch. But again, push gently, just feel a stretch. Do not get into any pain. That's too much if you are. And you can roll the fingers, which stretches the muscles up here a little more, but do that with caution. Make sure you do both hands, of course. Um, you can do this 3 to 5 reps. You can do it more if it feels really good. And then go extension. And this is important too. So up, and you can go palm to palm, sideways like this, and just a gentle extension stretch. You can go on and off with it. If you want to go pressure or hold it for 15 seconds or so, you can. But if you hold it for any length of time and it just feels like it's getting painful, just stop. Relax that arm. You're going to grab over the top of the back side of your wrist here gently. Now, this hand's job is to anchor. We're just going to anchor it there, and I'm going to put my hand in here so it's anchored. And now I'm going to put a little traction, so I'm going to pull out with this hand gently. Pull out, and you can see.
Yeah,
If
you
you
can see a gap.
Yep, we call that a sulcus in therapy. Got a little sulcus indent there, so that's the traction. And see how that's tolerated. If that feels good, fine. If it just feels like you only can pull a little bit, it'll get better after you do this for a week or two. But then once you get that traction, then you can put some rotation while the hand is stationary by the grip of this hand. And can you see how that's rotating and isolating that wrist joint? Once you get your wrist loosened up good after a week or two, it's nice to maintain the strength for function because we're using our hands all the time. So let's keep them strong. And we're not talking about an aggressive lifting program or strengthening, and you can roll down, but if you go too far, you drop it. Then that's not very good for strengthening. Not good for the floor either. And we're going to do sets of 10 is all you really need to do.
These aren't big muscles. It doesn't take much, to be honest with you. The other way.
That works both sides of the wrist. You're going to find out that going this direction, 99.9% of the people is weaker. It's just inherent because we grip, we don't open up.
Are we going to go like this too? Or not?
Yeah, we could actually do that. Thumb up. Like
Sure.
that. Yep. Well, when you're holding on to this, we don't do thumb up. With reasonably good posture if you can, and you start going up like this. Now, you'll see that they have different color loop bands. This is red. There's a lighter color for most sets. We have a Bob and Brad set. There's a yellow one in that set. You may want to start with that. And then you can go over this way and do it the same. To the ultimate way to do it, in my opinion.
I wouldn't do this if you're 50 and over and you're not too strong.
No. If you're 50 and over and you're pretty active, let's say you like to go out in the shop and work or use a chainsaw or something, then this would be a really good idea. Right. So you get strength there. But it's made to roll. It really is comfortable. It works well. And this is exactly what I do 3 days a week.
It was designed by a rock climber who was an engineer.